name's Jenna and today I'm going to be doing a movie review. The movie I'm going to be reviewing is the 2019 version of The Lion King, which I saw the other day and I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, which no one saw coming, least of all me. So this is going to be a completely spoiler-free review, so don't worry if you have not yet seen The Lion King, either the new one or the old one, because I won't be spoiling anything and you can watch the entirety of this video without fear of being spoiled. So if for some reason you never saw The Lion King as a child, which honestly bravo to that, because I am finding it hard-pressed to think of how I wouldn't have seen The Lion King as a child, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown. Basically, The Lion King is a kid's version of Hamlet, just with lions, and it follows a young lion cub by the name of Simba. Simba is learning that he is going to be king one day and he needs to take his place in the circle of life. Simba has an uncle called Scar, a friend called Nala, and a father called Mufasa. So after directly disobeying his father's orders, Simba gets himself into a little bit of trouble, and one thing leads to another and something tragic happens and Simba ends up running away and his uncle sort of takes over everything. And the rest of the story is just about Simba learning to be who he is and gaining the confidence in himself to come back and to rescue everybody. That is the most hopefully non-spoilery way I can talk about The Lion King, but almost everyone I know has seen The Lion King, so it's hard to like say it without spoiling everything because I feel like by now everyone knows. So Disney has been doing these adaptations for quite a while now. We've had Cinderella, Pete's Dragon, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Jungle Book. I think that's all of them, but I'm not sure. And now we have The Lion King. And the thing that's made these adaptations really, really special as they've been going on is they've always added something to the story. You know, Aladdin added Jasmine sort of wanting to be Sultan to do more with herself than what she did in the original comics. Beauty and the Beast, the same sort of thing. Cinderella, same sort of thing. So they all have added something to the story. In 2019, Lion King added nothing. It was almost a shot-for-shot remake in a lot of ways. And I think that I went into it expecting there to have been something new, some sort of new storyline or new story thread to have been added. Oh my god, that dog! Sorry everyone, for context, there's this black Labrador that keeps somehow getting into our backyard. We think we know how he's doing it now, but it's still really annoying because we don't have a dog and we keep having this dog. So what was I saying? I was expecting them to add a little something like an extra storyline here or there, but they didn't. And I understand that it must have been difficult for them because obviously it's a very well loved story and they didn't really want to mess with it, but it meant that going into it there was just nothing new to me and I was sort of like I could have just stayed at home and watched the original. I'm going to talk about this movie differently than what I would talk about normal movie reviews. I'm going to talk about like the pros and the cons. Pros of this film: it was stunning. Okay, right from the opening shot, I actually thought it was real. For a lot of it, it was absolutely stunning. It looked real. It was a beautiful movie. I loved to watch it on screen. It was great. It really was. The musical arrangements were incredible. I loved the new arrangements of these songs. Circle of Life was almost exactly the same, except it was different in like little key aspects. Just Can't Wait to Be King showcased little Nala singing a lot more and it was fantastic. Be Prepared was an interesting one because I know they originally took the song out because Disney was like nervous to have it with all its Nazi themes in 2019, but everyone rioted so much that they decided to put it back in, but they really didn't. It's so short and it doesn't have any of like the spark the original had, I guess, so that was a bit of a letdown, but also a surprise that it was there anyway. Then we had Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata was really good. I thought Hakuna Matata was done quite well. Again, it was quite different. They changed little bits and pieces of it, but it was like a refreshing change to give everyone a little bit of a new song to listen to, which was still the same thing, so I really liked that one. And then Can You Feel the Love Tonight gave me goosebumps because it was beautiful. It was a really, really, really good rendition of that song and I loved it. So I loved the musical arrangement in the film. I thought the vocal performances were insane. They were really, really well done. You could really tell that everyone who was behind that microphone really cared about these characters and wanted to bring them to life in the way that they were meant to be, if that makes sense. The only one I was a little disappointed with, believe it or not, was actually James Earl Jones as Mufasa. There were a lot of his lines were the same as in the original, and I know obviously he probably didn't just want to like copy and paste what he did, but his deliveries in this film weren't quite as emotionally impactful as in the original movie. I don't know, it just, there were definitely moments when I was like, that's the same line and you delivered it better 20 years ago. So was it even 20 years? It's probably been longer than 20 years now, hasn't it? 1994 to, yeah, either way, it's been a while, and I was like, all right. But those were, overall, those are the three things I thought the film did really well. It was visually stunning, the musical arrangements were incredible, and the vocal performances were just off the charts. But then we get to the things that the movie didn't do quite so well. And like I said earlier, you know, it didn't add anything new to the story. It took out a lot of the humor. The movie was not as funny as the original. It was far more serious, far more serious. The hyenas weren't funny in the slightest, and the hyenas are some of the, that dog just came back. Oh my god. I'm gonna finish this, then I'm gonna do something about that dog. The hyenas weren't funny. So the hyenas were kind of serious, and they're not meant to be serious. Hyenas in the wild are not. They are literally scavengers. They're thick, they are really stupid, and that's why they are just scavengers and just go and like bite off carcasses and whatnot. So it just, it was like meant to be much scarier, but they were really I just wasn't a fan of the hyenas, and the fact that a lot of the humor had been removed from the movie because of the fact of the hyenas. As one of my cousin's friends put it, the intention was there, the magic was not. So unfortunately, I would have to say this Lion King movie was a little bit of a letdown. I don't know what I was expecting from it, I guess, because, you know, it would be really difficult for them to do a film like this, but I think they're gonna earn a lot of money off of it one way or another. But overall, I think the film lacked that special something that the original movie had. And there you go, that is my review for the 2019 Lion King film. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for putting up with the dog interruptions. I'm pointing at my window because I keep seeing it. I think I'm gonna go and have a look at it because I'm really mad that it keeps doing that. Let me know in the comment section below if you have seen the Lion King, the new one, and what you thought, because I would really absolutely love to know. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.